And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is round number 2 of the AcesUp SimSports 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Tonight we come to you live from Rossburg, Ohio, the house that Earl built, as we get ready for round number 2 here at the Eldora Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the callers. We are almost about to be wrapped up and done with qualifying in a field of what is going to be 24 drivers in total. We're going to see 3 heat races on the program. 8 laps, top 4 will go through to the main event. Then we'll see 2 B mains, 10 laps, all but one car from each B main. If there's only one B main, all but 2 cars will miss out on this 22 car feature event. Then of course we'll go to a 5-minute warm-up session. Mason, thank you for the follow. And then, of course, we will have our 30-lap A main event as we get ready for qualifying is done and dusted as we get set for what is now going to be heat race number 1 live from the virtual Eldora Speedway. On the pole position, it'll be Aiden Forster in number 20 car. Jesse Bandy lines up the VRD Bandy Built Race Cars number 49 machine from position number 2. We go back to the second row inside from position number 3 for Vanderpool Racing. It's the 5 entry of Chase Swafford. He's outside. The 6 car of Scott Thomason lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 with the 24 car of Tanner Pettit. Julian Valadez lines up to the 11 car from position number 6. Position number 7 with the 96 car of Matt Dixon. The 01 entry of Ty Williams lining up at a position number 8. As we are ready, once again, we'll just wait for the final couple of cars. In fact, it's going to be the front row of Aiden Forster and Jesse Bandy, who the 2 cars on which we are waiting on. Once those cars decide to get on pit road, and of course we will get this race underway for the first heat race of the night. Again, 3 heat races on the program, 2 B mains. Jesse Bandy on the raceway. Now we just wait for our pole sitter. All right, here we go. It is going to be race time here from the Eldora Speedway. Aiden Forster has decided to join the rest of the 8 cars that are now on the raceway, including himself, as I believe we are just going to pace around 2 times behind the racing.com official pace truck. Again, round number 2, AcesUp SimSports 360 Wing Sprint Cars. We'll have the 410 stuff tomorrow night at about 9:15, 9:20 Eastern, right after our doubleheader with the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And we look forward to the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Series tomorrow night before we head off to Williams Grove Speedway for the 410 Wing Sprint Cars, thanks to AcesUp SimSports. Normally KR Stolfus has the call on that one on Turn 3 Racing Network, but he is unfortunately got some other obligations to take care of first. All right, here we go. Aiden Forster getting ready to lead us to the green flag here off turn number 4. Jesse Bandy, Chase Swafford, Scott Thomason, Tanner Pettit, Julian Valadez, Matt Dixon, and Ty Williams. You can see the countdown was coming from Aiden Forster because Tanner Pettit trying to get the jump there on the rest of the field from that inside of the 3rd row, but Swafford will get by Jesse Bandy as they work it side by side down into turn number 3 and 4. Bandy going to slide to the middle of the raceway. Sliding, we're going to leave a lane. No, here goes Swafford down to the inside. Oh boy, look out, Tanner Pettit with a big right rear there on Scott Thomas, and hopefully that'll get looked at, but there's no cautions in heat racing or consolation racing. Doesn't matter, Tanner Pettit is back to the pit area 3-1 as they work it down into 1 and 2. Julian Valadez in that 11 machine. He's got the 4th and final transfer position. Ty Williams, Matt Dixon will fight it out for positions number 5 and 6. Meanwhile, Aiden Forster leads from Jesse Bandy, still watching Chase Swafford and Julian Valadez. Back there to positions number 3 and 4. Valadez, middle of the raceway. Swafford slides 3/4 of the way up, just below the marbles, just below that looser dirt on the top of the raceway. Decides to have all sorts of part of the cushion in the middle of 1 and 2. Meanwhile, here comes Ty Williams in that 01 machine, looking to close in on Valadez for that final transfer position. We are into the final 3 laps of this opening heat race of the night for the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. And your leader is Aiden Forster. Back to Jesse Bandy. Then you go back to Jay Swampford in 3rd. Julian Valadez in 4th position. Again, top 4 will go through to the A main event. Then you go back to Ty Williams, Matt Dixon to make up the 6 cars. Of course, Scott Thomas and Tanner Pettit. Due to the contact that those 2 drivers had, they are back in the pit area as the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go for Aiden Forster. And boy, I tell you what, he was all up in that wall in the middle of 1 and 2 as they work it into 3 and 4 for the final time. AcesUp Sim Sports round number 2, heat race number 1 is done. Tanner Pettit will get the win. Of course, we get to take a look at the official results coming up on screen right now. As Aiden Forster gets the win. Jesse Bandy, Chase Swafford, Julian Valadez will be your top 4 and locking themselves into the 30-lap main event later on tonight. Ty Williams, Matt Dixon, Tanner Pettit, Scott Thomas, and well, those 4 drivers. Now we're headed to the B main as we get set for heat race number 2. Ryan Avila lines up the 49 machine from position number 1. Josh Whiteman will roll off the 24 machine from position at number 2. We go back to row number 2 on the inside. It's the 187 car of Rick Main. He'll start from position number 3. And Sean Stevens in the YOB Racing number 26 car will start from position number 4. Brody Dusha lines up the 9 machine from position number 5. Taylor Wineland will start the 25 entry from position number 6. Jeremy Christensen lines up the 016 machine from position number 7. And the 814 car of Brad Waite will line up at a position number 8. Again, that is heat race number 2 of 3. Again, you'll see the exact same thing of what we just seen. Hello, Justin. How are you, buddy? You'll see the exact same thing of what we just seen in heat race number 1. Go. That's that one. All right, we are ready for a start once again off turn number 4. This time it's going to be Ryan Avila and Josh Whiteman. Slow, constant, steady pace. Awesome stuff. Thanks for watching in. Thanks for tuning in, Justin. We appreciate the support. Green flag is out as well. Here comes Rick Main trying to make a move there on Josh Whiteman in the middle of 1 and 2. Now here comes Sean Stevens with a run to the top side into turn number 3. Going right through the middle is Taylor Wineland in that number 25 machine. Wineland again back to the cushion. He's got Brady Dusha in that 9 machine back to position number 6, back behind the 25 car. But it's the 187 car right now of Rick Main, who had the 4th and final transfer position, but Taylor Wineland with a slide jump and gets into the back of Wineland. And Wineland goes around. Like I said, no cautions in heat racing action. So we will stay green for the moment. He'll have to get penalised for that one in one of the next races. But Ryan Avila leads from Josh Whiteman. Whiteman closing in on that Speed Jump 51 Trackside Collective number 49 car. But boy, I tell you what, here he comes. Josh Whiteman in the 24. He was good there in the opening 3.5 laps. Just made a mistake there on the previous lap, which is going to hurt him. You don't need to make any sort of mistakes to the 49 car of Ryan Avila. Sean Stevens again, still back there into position number 3. Brody Dusha in the 9 entry in that 4th and final transfer position. Then you look at Rick Main, Brad Waite, Jeremy Christensen, and Taylor Wineland still on the raceway, but some 8 seconds away from your race leader. There's 2 to run right now for Ryan Avila. Looking to make it a Speed Shop 51 front row again after they picked up a 1-2-4 last week at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, where it was Ryan Paget who broke up what was going to be a 1-2-3 for the teammates. But right now, it's white flag is out for Ryan Avila in the number 49 car as he hustles it down the back straight away. He'll make his way into 3 and 4 for the final time for heat race number 2. And we are done and dusted for the second heat race of the night. Ryan Avila gets the win. Second will go to Josh Whiteman. Third will be Sean Stevens. Brody Dushalai comes home in position number 4. Fifth will go back to Rick Main. Brad Waite in 6th. Jeremy Christensen in 7th. And Taylor Wineland makes up your top 8. We'll take a look at those official results. Here it is, your official results. Ryan Avila, Josh Whiteman, Sean Stevens and Brody Dusha will make up the top 4ers. Again, that is those 4 drivers transferring into tonight's 30-lap main event. For Main, Waite, Christensen and Wineland, well, unfortunately, they'll be headed to one of the B mains, one of the 2 B mains, which we should have here this evening. Sean Smith in the 45 car lines up on pole position of heat race number 3. Braden Matson lines up the 21 machine from position number 2. The 14 of Dylan Berg will start from position number 3. Meanwhile, last week's 3rd place finisher of Ryan Padgett lines up the 98 machine from position number 4. Conrad Haney in the 212 car, doesn't have Trading Paints Pro, but he'll line up the 22 car from position number 5. And the 1WS of Wyatt Schuhart lines up at a position number 6. Joey Lingren, huge fan of Joey, he'll start the 16 machine from position number 7. And the 48 of Kyle Vaughan lines up at a position number 8. As again, we get ready, we'll send him around behind the iRacing.com official pace truck 2 times. And then, of course, the pace truck will move off the racing surface. And, of course, then we will go with heat racing action here from the Eldora Speedway. Round number 2 of the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have the 410s on the program as well. 410s will be headed to Williams Grove Speedway, normally broadcasted by Turn 3 Racing Network and KR Stolfus, but we are going to be back. We'll be back with that one on Ultimate Dirt TV. So, again, big thanks to Chad and the team here at AcesUp Sim Sports for allowing us to cover what KR Stolfus normally covers. But again, KR with something else to take care of, real life commitments. And the green flag is out. Heat race number 3 is upon us. Final heat before we move into your B mains. Well, it's going to be Sean Smith leading the way from Braden Matson. Here comes Ryan Padgett to the outside of Dylan Berg. Padgett gets into the wall, gives Dylan Berg that 3rd position. Here comes Wyatt Schuhart now down to the inside of Padgett. Meanwhile, Joey Lingren throws a big bomb there on Conrad Haney. So keep an eye on the 16 car as Lingren moving through the field here in heat race number 3. He'll go mid-track as there goes Schuhart back to the outside. Lingren goes back to the top. Oh boy, Haney tried to cut down to the inside. Kyle Vaughan was right there with him. There is positions number 2 and 3 on screen as Sean Smith trying to get clear of the rest of the field. He's only got about half a second over Braden Matson. Then you go back to Dylan Berg. Ryan Padgett only 1 second away from your race leader. Again, Ryan Padgett in that number 98 machine, 3rd in last week's feature event at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. We'll see what he can do here in heat race number 3, see if he's able to move forward. Wyatt Schuhart in the 1WS machine. He's looking pretty racy at the moment. He'll cut down to the middle of the raceway. Then again, you go back to Joey Lingren in that number 16 machine. Lingren, gee, I'll tell you what, yeah, think this is a pun, but he's lingering around here trying to get up to position number 5. There'll be 2 to run. So twin 6 in the air. Ryan Padgett into the concrete wall in the middle of 3 and 4. For the second time this race, here comes Lingren. Expect to slide it down into 3 and 4. Wyatt Schuhart, you better go defensive because here comes the 16. Here he goes. Not 1 but 2 for the price of 1. Joey Lingren goes from 6th to 4th. Oh, Padgett and Schuhart come together. Oh no, unlucky, but Joey Lingren, the big winner of that one. But speaking of winners, into 3 and 4 for the final time, Sean Smith will collect the win in heat race number 3. Heat 3, turning it on here at the Eldora Speedway. We'll take a look at the official results before we get into the first of what will be, I believe, 2 C mains on the program. In fact, we're just going to wait for the proposition to roll over. There we go. Yes, it's going to be 2 C mains. So, heat number 3 results, Sean Smith, Braden Matson, Dylan Berg, and Joey Lingren will be your top 4. Kyle Vaughan, Conrad Haney, Wyatt Schuhart, and Ryan Padgett off to the B mains. They go. As B main number 1 lining up on the raceway, there is going to be 6 cars in this B main. So this is B main number 1, 10 laps, top 5 will go through. So one car, unfortunately, is going to miss out. You don't want to be that car. Ty Williams lines up the 01 machine from position number 1. From position number 2 in the 48 machine, that'll be Kyle Vaughan. We go back to your second row inside from position number 3 for Inferno Motorsports and M9 Performance. That'll be the 814 car of Brad Waite. Going to his outside, starting position number 4. Driving the trackside Collective Speed Shop 51 Verdict Clothing, number 24 car of Tanner Pettit. And we go back to your third and final row, inside and outside. Inside from position number 5, driving the AcesUp Sim Sports, number 1 WS. It is Wyatt Schuhart, and to his outside, lining up at a position number 6, driving for the House of Speed car, the 25 car of Taylor Wineland. So again, your 6 cars on the racing surface will have 10 laps on the board. Top 5 will go through. No cautions in heat races or consolation races, but if there is something blatant, we will take action on that one. Again, we'll have 6 cars in both B main number 1 and B main number 2, as again the first of 2 B mains rolling out behind the racing.com base truck. Again, starts will be on the leader off turn number 4. And well, we don't have to do race control until we get to the main event, which is nice, but doesn't mean we're not watching what is happening around. As we are ready for a start, B main number 1, and we're off as Ty Williams says, righto boys, catch me if you can. I want to put myself into the 30-lap main event. And meanwhile, Tanner Pettit now goes to the outside of Brad Waite. Tanner Pettit, probably some good R&D right now for that 24 car. Will find his way to position number 3 at the start-finish line. Brad Waite still just working the inside of the raceway. Taylor Wineland back there to position number 5. Now going to relegate Brad Waite to that 5th and final transfer position. Now Brad Waite's going to have Wyatt Schuhart going to come to the outside. So in the space of going from 3rd to position number 6, in the space of a little bit more than a lap and a half, here comes Wineland to the inside of Vaughan down the back straightaway. Wineland, seen what Joey Lingren done in the last heat race, picked up a 2-for-1 special in 3 and 4. Here comes Williams back to the inside there on Tanner Pettit, but Pettit sees it coming and drives it back down the raceway. Pettit, a little bit of a protective move, protective slider into turn number 3 and 4. And hey, why not? You got to do what you can. You got to make sure you keep your car towards the front of the field. The further you finish in the front of this field, the higher you'll be. But you're still going to be towards the back of this one. Factor, these drivers are going to be battling for what is going to be row number 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So the best you're going to start is 13th, so you'll start row 7. And then if you finish 5th, well, you're going to be back in row number 11, so it's a lot of work to do in the main event. But for now, Taylor Wineland has found his way to position number 3 after starting from position number 6, and, well, didn't have the best of heat races for Taylor Wineland in the 25 car. Here comes Wyatt Schuhart now down to the inside. He'll throw a slider on Wineland and take over position number 3. But Taylor Wineland says, okay, you know what? You want to throw a slider? Here, have a tasty road medicine. I'll throw one back at you. But here comes Schuhart once again on Wineland into 3 and 4. Kyle Vaughan must be a little nervous that these guys are throwing bombs. They're throwing haymakers in the B main when they are clearly in a transfer spot by almost a second back to Kyle Vaughan, who's a couple of tenths of a second, but Brad Waite is that first car to miss out for the moment. And they are really racing hard for the position. Wyatt Schuhart, well, I thought he may have backed out of a little sooner, but he ate up a bit of piece of the concrete wall. Is 3 and 4 for the final time. Tanner Pettit says, okay, that's enough of that one. We are putting ourselves into the main event as we are done and dusted in what is B main number 1. We'll take a look at those official results coming up on screen before we move to B main number 2. Tanner Pettit gets the win comfortably over Ty Williams in 2nd position. Taylor Wineland 3rd. 4th will go to Kyle Vaughan. 5th, and grabbing the 5th and final transfer position is going to be Wyatt Schuhart. Unfortunately for Brad Waite, he will miss out in tonight's 30-lap main event. As your second B main about to roll out onto the racing surface right now, the 187 car of Rick Main for Inferno Motorsports. He'll start from position number 1. Matt Dixon for Vanderpool Construction lines up the 96 machine. He'll start from position number 2. Then we go back to row number 2 on the inside for position number 3 for Vanderpool Construction. That is the 22 car of Conrad Haney from position number 3. From position number 4, driving the 016 car, that'll be Jeremy Christensen. And your third and final row in B main number 2, we'll see Scott Thomason for AcesUp Sim Sports lining up the 6 machine from position number 5. And to his outside, also driving the AcesUp Sim Sports number 98 machine, third last week in the feature event. It'll be Ryan Paget. The 98 car will start from position number 6. Joey, huge fan of yours, huge fan of your work too, by the way. Huge fan of that slider that predicted that was coming. So our field is set once again. Green flag is out. We're underway. B main number 2 is upon us. And again, 10 laps, top 5 will go through Rick Main, Matt Dixon. And then you go back to Conrad Haney in the 22 car. Ryan Paget going to work with Scott Thomason to get by Jeremy Christensen. So Christensen on the outside looking in. I'll tell you what, Ryan Paget, talk about going from the highs to the lows in the space of a week in sim racing, and he goes from 3rd place in last week's feature event for Fairbairn American Legion Speedway. I'm going to say pretty comfortable to say this. It looks like he's just struggling just a little bit with that 98 car. Boy, I tell you what, goes through the middle, slides up. Christensen sees that coming. I thought Christensen was going to go down to the inside. Now Paget goes down to the side. Christensen to the top of the raceway. Here he comes. Christensen going to eat the concrete wall not once but twice. Meanwhile, Conrad Haney, Matt Dixon and Rick Main now starting to put on a show here in your second B main. 4 in the book, 6 to run here in B main number 2. Haney gets away from Main and Dixon. Dixon again in the 96 machine, the car on the outside closest to the concrete wall. He'll find his way to position number 3. Here comes Scott Thomason in the AcesUp Sim Sports Scott Thomason racing entry. He'll move his way to position number 3. So Thomason starting now to move forward in this B main. He started inside that 3rd row from position number 5, and he's up to position number 3 with what is going to be 3.5 laps left to run. So we'll complete lap number 7. Thomason coming after Dixon down into 3 and 4 they run, but it's all Conrad Haney right now leading the way so far with just 1.5 miles to go. Dixon gets over the cushion just a little bit. Here comes Rick Main. Gee, the 187 machine has found a little bit of speed here, but slider from Thomason on Dixon. Thomason has got position number 2. Dixon comes back at Thomason. They both keep it going. Oh boy, that could have been disastrous for the 6 car. Here comes Ryan Paget now, down to the inside. White flag is out, 1 lap left to run. As they say, don't get white flag fever here at the Eldora Speedway. Back straight away for the final time. There is 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th position. You really don't want to be battling too hard for these positions, but Conrad Haney gets the win. 2nd will go to Matt Dixon. We'll have to wait just for the official results here, as again we have a warm-up session coming up in a few moments' time. There it is. But your B main number 2 results. Conrad Haney gets the win over Matt Dixon in 2nd, Ryan Paget 3rd, Rick Main 4th, and Scott Thomason to round out the top 5. So unfortunately, Jeremy Christensen is going to miss out in tonight's 22-car field for 30 laps around the Eldora Speedway. Well, it's time for us to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back with your main event on the other side of this. You're watching the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wings Sprint Car Series live from the virtual Eldora Speedway, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And we are back here on Ultimate TV coverage of the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wings Sprint Car Series tonight, live from the Eldora Speedway in the virtual Rossburg, Ohio. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for your 30-lap main event. And so far, just to recap what we've just seen here, it all started back with qualifying. Aidan Forster going quick time with a 13.661. He raced number one winner. Aidan Forster started on pole, and he got the job done from the pole position. Ryan Avila started on pole of heat race number 2, and he got the win in that one just to continue on with the trend and why not make it 3 for 3 in heat racing competition. Sean Smith gets the win from the pole position, heat race number 3 from the pole position. Meanwhile, the first B main, Tanner Pettit, picked up the win from the outside of that second row. Meanwhile, Conrad Haney from the inside of the second row in B main number 2, he picked up the win. But with that being said, it's time to take a look right now at your starting grid for tonight's 30-lap A main event here from the Eldora Speedway. On the pole position and on the front row, it's going to be a pair of teammates of Aidan Forster and Ryan Avila. We'll start from positions number 1 and 2. We go to row number 2, Sean Smith alongside Jesse Bandy from positions number 3 and 4. Position number 5 and 6 in the third row is going to be Josh Whiteman and Braden Matson. Row 4 to the inside and outside, Chase Swafford alongside Sean Stevens. Then we go back to your 5th row, Dylan Berg on the inside. To the outside, Julian Valadez will start in position number 10. Going out of position number 11 with Brody Dusha and Joey Lindgren to make up the 12 drivers that transferred directly from the heat races in row number 6. Row number 7, your B main winners of Tanner Pettit and Conrad Haney will start from position number 13 and 14. Then we go back to your transferees, Ty Williams alongside Matt Dixon in row number 8. Row number 9, inside and outside, Taylor Wineland starts alongside Ryan Padgett. Your 10th row is going to be Kyle Vaughan on the inside. Alongside him is the 187 car of Rick Main. And your 11th and final row, positions number 21 and 22, Wyatt Schuhart alongside Scott Thomason to make up this 22 car field, who will take out what is now round number 2 of the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wings Sprint Car Series. Get a good look at the field as they work it down the front straight away. Joey Linguini is your idol, Colin, you reckon? You can go, Joey Linguini. So I believe Sean Stevens was the only car to not make it to the starting grid in A main competition. All right, here we go. Time to go racing. 30 laps on the board. The AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wings Sprint Car Series. We're about to go green. Let's get dirty for 30 as Ryan Avila trying to run down Aidan Forster as Forster takes off down into turn number 1 and 2. He'll run to the inside of the raceway. Avila back to the outside. Meanwhile, Jesse Bandy trying to come after Sean Smith as they work it down into turn number 3 and 4 as well, we will complete lap number 1 as, well, look, there's a Braden Matson on the inside as a Julian Valadez. It's Chase Swafford. In fact, it's none of them. 21 car of Matson to the outside. Wyman in the middle now. He's got Swafford to the inside. They're 3 wide behind him. Gee, they are 2 and 3 wide all throughout this field as we complete what is now going to be lap number 2. And everybody trying to search for track position, trying to find the moisture, trying to be the fastest car on the racing surface and move forward. They all want to get to the number 1 position. Tanner Pettit forced his way on the inside of the 24 car of Josh Whiteman. Whiteman had to move up there. To the outside was Julian Valadez in that number 11 machine. Oh boy, Joey Lindgren missing a front wing as well. We're going to stay green. Here comes Ryan Padgett now down to the inside. He'll make contact with the 11 car. See if that triggers a caution. No, not just yet. Oh wait, Fire Racing to throw the caution. We're not here to throw cautions. We want some green flag laps, and well, we're getting those green flag laps. We're 5 down off the line with 25 to go. Here is your top 3 on screen. Aidan Forster, Ryan Avila. Avila down to the inside on Forster. Jesse Bendy as well, putting it to the drivers that finished tied in the World Championships. But there was Aidan Forster who got the win in the World Championship to become the 2023-24 World Champion for Sprint Cars. Forster now just struggling there in the 49 car. Look out, Braden Matson in the 21 car. He closed in on the back of the 49 entry of Jesse Bandy. Then you've got Sean Smith Heat race number 3 winner coming after the 21 car of Matson. Tanner Pettit moving through the field as well from 13th to position number 6. Chase Swafford back to position number 7. Ryan Paget, Josh Wyman and Taylor Wineland. There is a 3-way battle right there to stay inside. All these drivers don't know where they are at the moment. They are inside the top 10 positions, number 8, 9 and 10. Watching that gap on screen. Oh boy, Ryan Paget, Whiteman, we keep it going, and somehow, some way, we are still green. And the 98 car, boy, he was blessed. He was kissed on the you-know-what. Here comes, look out. There is Conrad Haney. Gee, with a move that got not 1, not 2, 3, even 4 cars in turn number 3, in turn number 1 and 2, I should say. Ty Williams in the 01 car. We could be going yellow. We are. And due to the 98 car. As again, we'll look at the incident here. It was going to be the 14 car of Dylan Berg that is going to get charged with that caution. So bear with me. We'll put the track cinematic back up. Turn the sound off for a minute. All right. So looking at the reason for the caution, the iRacing 140, which is the 14 car of Dylan Berg, just gets into the back of the 98 car of Ryan Paget, causing a couple of cars to go around. So although Dylan is back in the going into the pits, coming back out, we are going to charge him with the end of line. Chad, you can just let him go. There's no need to add laps or take laps away. Decision's been made. All right, so again, just making, there we go. We'll take the sounds up. We'll bring the track back to your screens. Again, we just make the race control decisions. We'll let Chad Griggs do the rest of the work. We'll make the calls and we'll get ready. That was a good green flag run. That was 11 laps is what is going to be on the board officially. So what is going to be, in fact, so 1 to green, and what is going to be, in fact, 11 down, 19 to go. That's 1/3 of the race distance complete. We'll see what the single file restart is going to produce here as we get ready to go off turn number 4. And Aiden Forster from the top to the bottom trying to find the moisture. Again, we spoke to these drivers. Been speaking to a number of drivers over the past week with the update, especially more so looking at what I heard last night with street stocks. You've really got to chase the moisture. Keen to get the sprint car drivers' thoughts on this one. Tanner Pettit now making his way to position number 5. Make that 4. Matson trying to go back to the outside on the 21 car. But Tanner Pettit, gee, that 24 car is rolling right now. He's 1 spot out of a podium and 1 spot away from making it a 1-2-3 for the Speed Shop 51 Trackside Collective and the Verdict Clothing cars. The teammates trying to go 1-2-3 after going 1-2-4 last week. Ryan Avila closing in on the back of the 20 car of Aiden Forster. Forster still leads down the back straight away. Here comes Slide Job attempt. It was coming. I tell you right now, it was coming. Alright, so he's running top. Alright, let's make the decision on this one. Alright, so looking at the 2 cars involved, I'm looking at Chase Swafford and Kyle Vaughan. Swafford sort of comes down to go to the bottom side, not realising that Kyle Vaughan was there. It wasn't really enough time for Vaughan to back out of it. So with that being said, I'm actually just going to rule that one as a racing deal. So I'm just going to line up where iRacing tells you to. All right, so there we go. We'll call that one as a racing deal. Let's see if we can bring that up because I do like to. It's all a matter of whether I can get it. Now, who did I say? Chase Swafford, okay? So this is an incident what we're looking at. Just there, he just sort of comes down the racetrack. But at the same time, if Kyle Vaughan doesn't stay in the gas, he probably gets out of that one. So Swafford probably more than likely to get away with that one. Are our lights out? They are indeed. We're back to green. So once we get the green, we'll also throw the cross flag sticks with green flag and 15 down, 15 to run. Aidan Forster once again going to lead us off turn number 4 and down into turn number 1. Trying to continue the good run than what he had last week from the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Avila trying to run his teammate down. Jesse Betty trying to break up. That one trying to stay in position number 3 to break up a 1-2-3 car for the teammates. Speed shop 51 is Tanner Pettit, who has had to come from the B main. Hello, Balake. So Pettit from position number 13 all the way to position number 4. Matson holding on to position number 5. He's got Sean Smith working back there in position number 6. Then Taylor Wildland, Conrad Haney, Ty Williams. Again, here is that battle on between Jesse Bandy and Tanner Pettit. I want to say Pettit threw a slider in 1 and 2 there, but it was Jesse Bandy to use the cutback line. Meanwhile, here it is. There's a slider from Pettit on Bandy. Bandy back down to the inside. Meanwhile, I want to keep an eye on that lead cars because it is going to be very close between Ryan Avila and Tanner Pettit. Bandy once again will cut it down to the inside. Now it's his turn to throw the slider on Pettit. Pettit right through the slick there on the exit of turn number 4. Grabs the moisture down the front straight away and again hits a tennis match being served here at the Eldora Speedway between Tanner Pettit and Jesse Bandy. Although Pettit looks a little better there on the back straightaway slider, and Pettit tried to close the door. But now he will get away from the 49 car with just 9 laps left to run. We are 21 in the books. Again, oh, we are yellow. Just finding our culprit here. Okay, Sean Smith says it's on him. All right. You know what? We can agree to that one. Just going to let race control know. Seeing as though Sean Smith has already claimed that, we've already sent him to the back, and yeah, you're good to go. We're just going to make sure that that is muted. It is. So there it is. We're back to, again, live pictures once again. So Sean Smith just getting loose there on the exit of turn number 4. So I can tell you right now, Sean Smith has gone back to the pit area to get one of those quick repairs that these drivers do have. And the ruling is that as long as you come back out under green flag conditions, that under yellow flag conditions, that is it. So lights should go out on the iRacing.com safety car. 8 laps left to run, so essentially a heat race distance away from Aidan Forster to pick up what is week number 2 victory. Of course, we'll go off last week with the 360 Wing Sprint Car Series from the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. It was Ryan Avila to get the win last week. He got the win over Tanner Pettit, Ryan Paget and Aidan Forster. As well, we're back to green off turn number 4, and again we'll work and watch Tanner Pettit to the 24 go to the inside on Ryan Avila down through 1 and 2. Here comes Bandy with a run on the outside. Taylor Wyland has found his way to a top 5 right now. Pettit slides up. Jesse Bandy, there's a bit of room back there. So will they resume that battle for positions 3 and 4? Will they go for the sliders? Taylor Windland again closing in. Joey Lincoln going to fight with Chase Swampford as there goes Wyatt Schuhart along with Matt Dixon, Ty Williams, all trying to move forward and move inside the top 10. Coming to 5 to go for your race leader. Driving the trackside collective, Speed Shop 51. Verdict Clothing number 20 car of Aidan Forster, your defending iRacing World Champion in 410 sprint car competition. There'll be 4 to run, so 2 miles. And the team cars go 1, 2, and 3. Bandy having a whole lot of pressure right now from the 25 car of Taylor Wyman. Boy, what kind of camera work is that? Brett Wheeler, pull your finger out. Let's go. You just missed the slide jump for positions number 4. Trying to go back and also keep an eye on the battle for the race lead, but it is 7/10 of a second for Aidan Forster. 4th last week in the opening round of the series. Now the battle is on between Ryan Avila and Tanner Pettit. These two guys went 1 and 2 last week. They're fighting it out for positions number 2 and 3. Avila goes back to the inside. There's 2 to run here at the Eldora Speedway. Avila again will go back to the top of the racetrack as they get to turn number 3 and 4. Your race leader will see the white flag fly here at the Eldora Speedway. We will race it out to the start-finish line. He finished 4th last week in the season opener at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway with just 2 cautions. And I think we're only 3 cautions here in this one. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Aidan Forster wins here at Eldora Speedway. Second will go to Ryan Avila, Tanner Pettit home in 3rd. Jesse Bandy and Taylor Wyman will come home and make up your top 5. Gee, what a run. Looking at the hard charges, we'll take a look down the bottom right. The 2 biggest movers, Wyatt Schuhart, plus 14 positions, and Taylor Wyman, plus 12. So keep an eye on that. We'll take a look at your full field rundown. We'll chat to our top 3, plus I believe hard charger as well. Aidan Forster gets the win over Ryan Avila in 2nd, Tanner Pettit. So the team cars go 1, 2, and 3. Jesse Bandy home in 4th, Taylor Wyman makes up your top 5. Then you'll go back to Joey Lindgren in position number 6. 7th will be Wyatt Schuhart, Conrad Haney in 8th. Ty Williams 9th, and Josh Whiteman makes up the top 10. We'll chat to, again, top 3 plus hard charger, I believe. And then we go back to 11th through to 20th. It's going to be Matt Dixon in position number 11. 12th is going to be Ryan Paget, Sean Smith in 13th, Chase Swafford 14th, 15th will go to Dylan Berg, Kyle Vaughan in 16th, Scott Thomason in 17th, Braden Matson in 18th, and the last car on the lead lap, Rick Main, Brody Dusha will come home 19th and 20th, Julian Valadez in 21st, and the last car to start, and then also the one car not to start was Sean Stevens. Again, we'll chat to your top 3 plus tonight's hard charger, and well, let's go straight down. We're not going to go to victory lane just yet because we're going to chat to the man that comes away with tonight's hard charger. Driving the 1WS machine, it is Wyatt Schuhart. And well, Wyatt, congratulations on a hard charge. You go plus 14 position, I think it was. Let me check that. Yes, plus 14, 21st. So the very back of the bus to position number 7. How you feeling after that one when it's all said and done, buddy?
Pretty good, pretty good. You know, I got caught in a wreck early. Had to go to the pits, fix that up. But midway through the race, I was just cruising through the field.
When do you start to think about a possibility of a top 5? And were you thinking of a top 5 at the start of this race? Because starting position number 21, it's a long way forward with a very, very healthy crowd here tonight.
Oh, yeah, no, I just had a rough beginning of the night. I was just hoping to get hard charger or something out tonight. So got that, and just got to thank all my sponsors, ABR, Scott Thompson Racing, and yeah, buck stops here. And that'll be it.
Wyatt, congratulations on the hard charger here at the Eldora Speedway, mate. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
There we go. Wyatt Schuhart home in position number 7. He started position number 21. Yes, that is plus 14 on the night. Now, of course, we'll get to chat to our top 3 and all. Well, it's the teammates and the team cars. Home in position number 3 here tonight, driving the number 24 machine. It is Tanner Pettit. Tanner, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. A runner-up last week, and boy, the podiums just keep going for this 24 car, but you had to do it the hard way tonight.
Yeah, I made a mistake there in qualifying, which led to another mistake in the heat race. So kind of put myself in the hole. Glad I was able to recover and come out with a 3rd place finish there.
Oh, you move up 10 positions, and again, not even to be for the top 2 for the hard charger wall, but when you start position number 13, did you use that second B main as a bit of a test and tune session to get this car dialed in? Because in that B main, you were pretty quick in that one. I think you picked up the win by about 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, I did. That B main was definitely nice to have 10 extra laps of testing right before the feature. Luckily, he gave us a little bit of a warm up beforehand, which helped out and select off the racing service. I think it was amazing. I'm glad my teammates Ryan and Aiden were able to get it done. I've been working hard over at speedshop51.com trying to get us dialed in, and looks as if we're doing so.
Well, I'm going to ask you the question that I'm going to ask the other two boys. We had a couple of updates a couple of weeks ago. We've had a couple of patches since then. How have you found the update in the sprint cars, and what's sort of been one of the biggest things that you guys have had to adjust and look for?
I definitely didn't like it at first. At first, it was harder to drive, and I just couldn't get comfortable. But after spending a couple weeks testing, especially with Ryan and Aiden, with all their help, we've been able to get comfortable, and it's kind of growing on me. The racing's been great. The tracks, pretty much every single track turns into some really, really good racing. So I'm happy with it. I've been loving it.
Well, Tanner, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. You're back up second place last week at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Tanner, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 24 car.
Yeah, I just want to thank Jimmy P. Tools with Mac Tools and SpeedShop51.com, and mostly Ryan and Aiden. They've stuck with me all the way through pro, and now doing this AcesUp stuff, and it's just been a blast. Can't thank all those guys enough.
Tanner, well done. Third place, buddy. We look forward to seeing you back next week for round number 3.
Thank you.
There we go. Tanner Pettit, third place finisher here tonight. He had a great battle with Jesse Bandy midway point of that race. And we'll now move forward to position number 2. Driving the number 49 car, it is Ryan Avila. Ryan, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight, boy. Again, this 49 car had a fair bit of speed in it, but when it's all said and done, a second place was what you're going to have to settle for.
Yeah, I knew I knew I had something for him, and then after that last restart, kind of fell apart, and Tanner caught me. So just trying to salvage a second, and came away with the 1-2-3. So not bad.
Picked up the win last week. Now you come away with a second place finish. Not a bad way to open up the first 2 weeks of this 360 wing sprint car season. I guess the overall thoughts on the opening 2 weeks, and what do you look for in the following 6 weeks to wrap this one up?
Yeah, just consistent finishes again. I love the idea of points racing, so and consistency is main and as a key in those races. So just like I did in Pro Series, I finished top 5 and top 10 every single week. So if I can continue to do that in this series and the following 410 series, I think I can come away with at least top 3 in the championships. So yeah, just keeping consistent.
Last week Fairbury, this week Eldora, next week Lucas Oil. Overall thought, what are you feeling going into Lucas Oil next week?
Actually pretty good. The officials are here are at Lucas Oil for this week, so me and Tanner and Hayden have been just kind of banging out laps in that, and we found ourselves finishing 1, 2, and 3 every single one of them. So feel pretty good about Lucas Oil. One of my better tracks, I would say. I do like the 410s a lot around there, so see how we translate that into the 360.
Ryan, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this number 49 car.
Yeah, I got to thank Speedshop51.com, Aiden and Tanner for building the sets, you for broadcasting, and Chad for putting it on.
There we go, Ryan Avila, runner-up here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. Now we'll get to chat to the man that comes home in first place tonight in the number 20 car. It is Aiden Forster. And Aiden, congratulations on this victory. Boy, this 20 car, it was lightning fast. And well, you take the broom and you bring it to Eldora Speedway and you show the competition how to get it done around Eldora. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Track changed a lot there. First couple laps ran the inside wall, and then we found ourselves run the outside wall by the end of it. So that shows how much the track changed. It was definitely tough chasing it all night, but we were able to chase the track just right and get the win.
Sort of, this is not an off-topic question, but it's sort of going to lead into the question that I'm going to ask you. But I spoke to a couple of street stock drivers last night. They said that the biggest thing that they're finding on this new build and on these patches that iRacing have put out over the past week or so is that they're chasing the moisture. Is that what it's like in the sprint cars on this new update and this new build?
Yes, it very much is. The bottom had a lot of moisture at the beginning, and it went away instantly. And then we went to the top there, and top prevailed there for a while. It looked like cut down was coming in, but you definitely have to chase the moisture a lot more on this build. The slick is a lot deadlier, and that makes the tracks change a lot more and a lot more fun to run, in my opinion.
Obviously, when you're racing around out there, you've got to worry about the guys behind you. But you've also got to worry about, if you run on the top, you got to worry about not hitting the jumping the cushion, hitting the concrete wall, because that'll slow you up just a bit. But what do you do under yellow when you're rolling around?
Yeah, under yellow builds a lot of anticipation. You never know what your car is gonna do. I kind of just hope and pray that the track doesn't change on us there, and it didn't seem to change too much under yellow in this race, thankfully, because Ryan was right there. Ryan was within 5, 6, 7 tenths the whole race. So if it changed there and I had a problem figuring out, he would have been there. So gotta thank all of them enough for putting this league on and giving us a place to race.
But last week you finished outside the podium, you finished fourth. Now this week you come into it and you absolutely dominate Eldora Speedway. Next week we go to Lucas Oil. Was that a track that you're looking forward to, or is this going to be one of those tracks that you really don't want to go to, but you'll have to go there just because that's where the league is?
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion. I haven't raced too much on Lucas Oil since it came out, besides last June when the last build came out. So I'm looking forward to it. The times I've raced, it's been racy, so I'm sure we'll figure it out and we'll be up front again.
Hayden, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the Eldora Speedway, round number 2 of the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wings Sprint Cars. Before we let you go, Hayden, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 20 car.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for putting the stream on. It's great to have a stream to watch these races back every night. I think Speedshot 51, Mac Tools, Backside Collective, and Tanner Pettit. I mean, Tanner Pettit's the guy that makes this possible and can't think of enough.
Hayden, congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week at Lucas Oil for round number 3.
Thank you.
There we go, Aidan Forster, your winner here tonight from the Eldora Speedway, which will, of course, wrap up the second round of the AcesUp Sim Sports 360 Wings Sprint Car Series. And, well, we'll get ready to get ourselves prepared for the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Model Series coming up in just about 1 hour's time for their championship night. But for tonight, again, we say congratulations to Aidan Forster, who brings out the broom to Eldora Speedway. He goes quickest in qualifying. He gets the win in heat race number 1, and he gets the win in the feature event, leading every lap possible here tonight in every race that in the 2 races that he was in. So congratulations to him. Well done to Ryan Avila, and of course well done to Tanner Pettit to make it a 1-2-3 for the Speed Shop 51 cars. Well, that'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt 3. We look forward to having your company back next week for round number 3 live from the Lucas Oil Speedway. But before we even get there, tomorrow night it's the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wings Sprint Cars. Tomorrow night we'll be live from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania from about 9:15, 9:20 Eastern at Williams Grove Speedway. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying congratulations to Aidan Forster.